anything after that we posted, it was going crazy. But that particular video made shade room, so we didn't.
Anybody that comes on my show, we're going to have a good conversation. It's okay to agree to disagree, just as long as we're respectful.
Look in the camera.
Hold on. Let me just say.
Time you have
Everyone is a product of their own experience. There will be times that you have to experience the pain in order to experience the joy. So let's talk about the experience and let's share the results. What's going on, everyone? It's your boy, your brother, your cousin, whatever you want to call me, Anthony. We got 93 people in the building right now, so make sure you all like this video. Also, I have something special for everyone. Look, I will have a backup channel. So if you have not subscribed to my backup channel, go ahead and do that just in case. I'm going to put that link down there for the backup channel. Please click that link and subscribe to my backup channel. I want to let you all go ahead and do that now. So if you have not subscribed to my backup channel, I'm going to just go ahead and do that. Y'all, I have a message for someone on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I'm going to put that video on my backup channel. So just so everyone can, okay, I have subscribed already. Thank you so much, Willette. Hey, Marita, I see you all coming in. Before we get started, let me go ahead and say, everything on this video and everything on my channel is alleged. It's for entertainment purposes only, and everything is in my opinion. If you have not followed me on social media, make sure you follow at SAnthonyLofties. Also, make sure you buy my project, Sincerely My Fault. It's available on all digital platforms. Make sure you follow these wonderful content creators right here. I don't feel like saying all the names, but you all know who they are. If you would like for me to promote your business, email outrailbusiness@gmail.com or call 615-987-9472, or you can send a text message. If you have not become a member, go ahead and go to www.youtube.com/SAnthonyLofties/join. Okay, y'all. So tomorrow, I know I'm supposed to do the review on Maurice and Carlos King. I'm not going to be able to do it tomorrow because I'm taking my mother out for lunch. Well, not lunch, but for dinner. It's just going to be me and some family time tomorrow. But I will be back on Wednesday for the review with Maurice and Carlos King. I heard a lot of people being going in about the situation, and we're going to talk about it. We have 170 people watching, so make sure you all like this video as you all are coming in. Also, if you have all that are coming in right now, make sure you subscribe to my backup channel. I need to get that up to 10,000 too, y'all. I want both of my pages to match when it comes to the subscribers. If not anything, get me at least past 1,000. But I know that video I'm gonna put up there on the backup channel is something that I really have to say coming from my heart to one of the cast members, and I really hope they take what I'm saying, okay? Because it's okay to walk away from the show. I totally understand if you're going to walk away from the show. Anyway, let's talk about Love and Marriage Detroit. I'm gonna be honest with you all. I didn't at first. I was like, but Love and Marriage Detroit is actually a good show. I have to give it to them. I have to give them their props for right now. But shoot, you know, we said Love and Marriage Huntsville was a good show until it went downhill. But Love and Marriage Detroit, one thing I do like about them is that they're not trying to portray themselves as millionaires. They are literally having discussions that I think a lot of people need to have, and their issues are relatable. It was a solid first episode. Right show, Style and Spirit. It was really solid. Esther, Sean, I see Kaylin, Blossom. I see you all are in here. Kelly, Shannon. Oh, is it Basham? I think I'm saying that right. Please don't fight me if I'm not. Lisa, I see you in here. Stacy, Leo, Show, Style and Spirit, Mimi. I see everybody in here right now. So we got 214 people. What up, Rod? How are you? I know he's not talking about mail. I hadn't even put a name to it. Can you wait till I put the video up there? Right. I didn't even say a name. I just said somebody from Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's what's wrong, y'all. Y'all be jumping to conclusions too fast, and I ain't even said anything yet. Wait, give me time. Okay. So yeah, y'all, Love and Marriage Detroit was really good. If you all have not watched this show, hey, little Paulette, how you love? Hey, Michelle, I see you in here. Doreen, V, Jesse, and Peggy Jones. You know, we got to make sure we say the whole name because we say the other Peggy, they be like, oh. But anyway, yeah, Love and Marriage Detroit is about 3 couples, okay? It's about Brandon and Christina Smith, Russell and Cody Harris, and Anthony and Dr. Latoya Thompson. I'm going to say Dr. Latoya Thompson just because, baby, you work for those initials, and I'm going to make sure you got those initials right before your name. Doctor. It's good to see that they brought someone that's a doctor on the show. Love it. This show was a breath of fresh air compared to what Carlos King has been giving us. I agree to that. And I actually like Detroit more than I like DC. And I'm like, okay, they going somewhere with this. I can kind of relate to them. And Maritha said on the platform that it was good. So thank you, Auntie Maritha. You was right about that. It was a good show. I have to give Carlos King his props for that one right now. For right now, Love and Marriage Detroit is a good show. So you don't have to worry about me saying anything right now. Also to the cast of Love and Marriage Detroit, I know you all are watching because I tagged y'all in it and some of y'all shared the post, and I know I seen y'all names underneath my story, so I know you all are watching. I'm not gonna get on you too hard, but just know in the season I am. If you put something on there for me to get onto, is Marie said is DC still on? Yes, they're still on. They're filming right now. I think they got like 10 more episodes or whatever. But you know, they've been going through a lot production wise. So let's go ahead and start this off, y'all. Somebody said, right, child, I'm hooked. So I like Dr. Latoya, but her husband is something else. We're going to get into that. We have 235 people watching right now. Also, like y'all said, if you all have not subscribed to my backup channel, make sure you go ahead and do that. That is the link for the backup channel. Carson Blue, I told Carson that I wanted her to come on this live because you all know Carson is from Detroit. And she actually knows some of the people that's on the show. So I told her to please come on here because I would love for you to talk a little bit about Detroit and also the cast members that are on the show. And y'all, I'm not at my house. I'm actually at work right now. So that's why my background look like this. So I don't need nobody saying, Anthony, did you move? No, I'm at work. So it started off with Brandon and Christina. They've been married for 11 years. And they actually said they got married in less than 6 months. And after that, they said it's been a roller coaster. I bet it have been a roller coaster when you got married that fast for 6 months. I don't know what y'all giving. Let me shut up because this ain't Love and Marriage Huntsville. But yeah, 6 months and you got married. I bet you do got a roller. I bet you are on a roller coaster. Do you know her favorite food, her favorite kid, and her favorite drink? I bet you know what his and her spot is. I bet you know that. What's that G spot? I was just playing. But anyway. Brandon, he started a company 17 years ago called the Star Factory, where he does artist development. And I'm so glad to see somebody put artist development because we don't see that nowadays in the music industry. And it was good to see somebody actually showing people how to just have stage presence. Artist development is more than just having stage presence. It's how you pose when you go on pictures, how you act in public. Who to be around, who not to be around, what to do, what not to do on social media. So artist development comes with a whole lot of stuff. And I'm so glad that Brandon is doing that. Not only that, Brandon, man, you might have to work together because somebody already told me that we need to work together for something. I told him, I said, go ahead and send my information over. And Christina, you'll probably be happy to hear work with a man instead of a woman. But we'll get into that later, okay? All right, Michelle, she said, yes, I watched Love and Marriage Detroit. It was good. Yes. All right. So it went on. Christina, she's a fashion designer, social media influence, image consultant. And Christina won't style Brandon's clients. Now, we're going to get into that why she won't style his clients a little bit later. Now, the next couple was Russell and Kobe Harris. They were married for 3 years. Kobe is a social media influencer, content creator. Russell, he runs a nonprofit organization called SOAR Detroit, where they focus on literacy and sports. And what else did they have? It was something else that he did. I think he was in the Army or the Marines. It was one of them. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Kobe don't kill me, don't hurt me. And Russell, I ain't trying to fight your big ass, but Russell look good. And just because I say he look good does not mean I want him. I can sit up here and say that somebody is attractive. Russell is Kobe. He's a good man, Savannah, a good man. I mean, Russell was very nice to look at. Sometimes he talked like Patrick off of SpongeBob, like, oh, I never could have did that. Russell talk. You have to just like. It's like you just have to. You know how like you look at somebody like real slow, like, you look good until they open up their mouth and you like. But yeah, he's intelligent. Russell fine, but I mean he do talk like Patrick off SpongeBob sometimes. Well, I never would have thought of that. I'm not romantic. Boy, just don't say nothing. Just sit there and look good. That's all we need you to do, Russell. Just sit there and look good. That's it. Better yet, see that you're dancing right on the piece of paper again. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Okay, Russell. Okay. The next couple is the Harris. The Smith family. So no, not Smith, but the Thompsons. So that's Dr. LaToya Thompson and her husband Anthony. Now, Dr. LaToya Thompson, did she say she was a sports therapist? But I do know she said she have her own wine. And baby, it don't look like this a black label. She said we need to go to the wine venue. We need to do this and that. When have we heard Marceau say anything about going to a venue? Exactly. What's the name of the backup page? It's at SAnthonyLofties. I'm going to put the link up there right now, okay? Just click on that link and it'll take you to my backup page, okay? But if not, just type in at SAnthonyLofties, the number 2 in the YouTube browser. Yeah, she's a physical therapist. Yes, Dr. LaToya Thompson, I'm loving her. And I'm also loving that Dr. LaToya Thompson is not going to back down. She say what she mean what she say, and she say what she mean. And I love it. So, after that or whatever, the Harrison Smith family, they meet at the park. That was like the scenes, because I think everybody was coming to have like a little barbecue or whatever. So Dr. LaToya Thompson, she's a physical therapist. She also have her own wine. Dr. LaToya Thompson, if you are watching this, can you please send me a bottle of your wine? Because I would love to do a review on your wine, sweetheart. Because, last thing they tried to say, next they're going to say, oh, he working with the Thompsons. Like, they're going to say, he working with the Scotts. How would he know how to get in contact with people and chocolate on the bottom? Well, if you go to their Instagram page, the email for chocolate on the bottom on the original owners, it has their email information on who to contact. And people call themselves content creators. Do your research. Research it. Like Tisha would say, she researched it. Research your stuff. Look it up. Anyway, let's get back to Love Marriage Detroit. Now, Anthony, he works for Live Nation. And for people that don't know what Live Nation is basically this huge company where they focus on tours, production, studio work. To be honest, I want to work with Brandon and Anthony. I want to work with just about everybody on the cast, just because it's something that we could both benefit from. And I'm loving both of it. The face. Exactly. You already know what they are going to say. What you said, right. But anyway, so one thing about Love Marriage Detroit, what they did on this first episode, they brought a friend of the show on there. What they should have been doing on Love and Marriage Huntsville, bringing people on the show so we can see a rotation of different people. Instead of wait till this season right to start bringing somebody on there. Because I didn't know Kimmy had friends. But anyway, it was Kobe and Russell friend showed up. I think his name was John. So Brandon asked John how was the Vegas trip. So obviously, I guess the guys went to Vegas and Brandon wasn't able to go. That would be dope, Anthony, if you could collaborate musically with Brandon. I sure would, Brandon. I hope you're watching this. So Brandon asked John how was the Vegas trip, and then he said he couldn't go after his wife saw the roster. Brandon, you know you started that now. Brandon, you should have just stayed quiet because now you put your wife out there on Front Street. I mean, so to each his own, to whatever it is she coming up with, that's on her. Hey, Sherry G. Hey, how are you? Hey, Tootie Bird. How are you, love? So, after that situation or whatever, Anthony talked about he got a man movement class for men to have a voice. He brings up the men's trip, and Brandon's wife, Christina, said, are you asking or telling? Anthony said, I'm not asking. And Christina basically called Brandon out in front of everybody. I'm like, we can kind of see what is dynamic and what's going to happen on this show. They going to be bumping heads. And to be honest, I actually heard a little bit already on Brandon and Christina. But you all a good couple. Y'all quite funny to me. But anyway, it wasn't anything bad. It was just actually good. So we got 284 people watching. So make sure y'all like this video, okay? And make sure you follow my backup channel. I hope this show doesn't show the demise of another black family. It's looking interesting, though. I'm good. I'm going to keep watching. Yes. Hey, Jackie. Hey, love. How are you? Sorry I didn't see the show. I heard it was good. Just make sure you go watch it, okay? All right. So, after that or whatever, I still can't believe Christina was like, so are you asking or telling? And then she basically looked at Brandon like, he know what's up. Brandon, you know what's up. You better ask for permission. Like, what? So Russell did, he got his confession. He was like, Russell said he not feeling that. Kobe would never speak to me in that way. I ain't gonna lie, Kobe, I won't talk to him that way either. And if you do talk to him, I'm pretty sure he gonna pick you up and throw you a rag. You just might enjoy it. That's the roller coaster you want to be on, ain't it, Christina? That's the roller coaster you want with Brandon. I need that roller coaster to go up and down. Because, baby, Russell look like he's a strong man. You want to be wrapped up, tied up, tangled up in Jesus' name. Baby, you're going to be calling on the name. It probably won't be the Lord, but you're going to be calling on that great name. There is power in the name of Russell. In those arms. Okay, let's go ahead and keep it moving. Now, what else do we have on here? Christina said that, that Brandon needs to ask. She doesn't know why he's acting. He have to get permission and support. When she said they get permission and support, I'm like, what type of relationship? They ain't in my head. I'm like, Brandon, what the hell did you do? You had to do something for you to have to ask for permission. At 1 minute, I was waiting for Brandon to raise his hand and say, can I speak? Speak, Brandon. Speak to me. Because Brandon, he was over there on hush. Quiet mouth, still mouth. Let me go pick Brandon. Duck, duck, goose. Brandon wasn't saying nothing. he probably said, look, let me sit back. I'm going to let her run her mouth. I'm going to let her talk. But when you get home, you're going to be mine. He looked a little scared. He did. But yeah, I heard Brandon. He's not that type of person or whatever. But okay, let's move on. So then it went to Dr. LaToya Thompson. She said she doesn't care about them going on the man's trip or whatever. Obviously, you can tell that Dr. LaToya Thompson is secure with who she is. She like, look, I'm going to say it one time and one time only. You better get it right and get it together. Hey, class is in session, y'all. Make sure y'all follow Class is in session, too. That's an upcoming content creator. She's good. This show is going to be crazy. It seems like the women run these men and not vice versa. Exactly. One thing about this show is feeling like it's going to be more of the men having issues than the females. Now, only thing I kind of seen in the trailer with the females having problems, I think Christina and Kobe, it seemed like they may have an issue because both of them are social media influencers and content creators. That's the only thing I can really see them making a huge deal out of that or whatever. LaToya, Dr. LaToya, she seemed like she's down to earth or whatever. She give me the voice of reason a little bit, but you know, last time we said something about somebody being the voice of reason, that was on Love and Marriage Huntsville. We was talking about Kimmy, and we seen how that turned out. So let's go ahead and talk about this. After Christina said Brandon has done some things in his past, I said, oh, there you go. He done stuff in his past. Okay, we got 284 watching, so y'all make sure y'all can I put this link in here? Come on now. That's my backup channel. I'm going to keep on putting that in there. Now, this is my problem with Christina. When she said what she said, Christina, baby, you can't do that. She said, Christina clapped her hands and she was like, if you want to go, go. Girl, don't clap. I hate it when people put them hands up. I can tell you one thing. If you know me, don't put your hands up. Because when you put your hands up, I get in self-defense mode and I just might whoop y'all. Don't do that. Hands down. Because I'm going to get in defense mode. Like, do not clap at me. We're not going to do that. And if anything, don't do it in front of everybody, in front of your husband. Wait till you get home and do it. The sisters are gorgeous. They present well. You right. It's something about this season right here with the first. Normally, the first seasons are normally like the season where everyone don't really look as good. But Love and Marriage Detroit, they came with it. They wigs were good. The fashion was good in the confessionals. Yeah. I mean, if you go back to Love and Marriage Huntsville, the first season, it seemed like everybody need to eat. You know, it's always like that. Like, look at the Housewives of Atlanta. Everybody's first season, it looked like, dang, do y'all eat? Do y'all have food? What y'all eating? Ramen noodles? Okay. This show, they got money compared to fake ATM. You're right about that. But I also said, keep in mind, this is Love and Marriage Detroit. So this is where Carlos King is from. I'm pretty sure he probably put a little bit more money into this production since it's from his hometown. Just saying, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but just saying, maybe let me go ahead and put that banner up right there. Now, I can't stand that hand clapping. Oh, right. Okay. Kobe and Christina, they go to Swag Gym. You know what, Kobe, I do got one thing I need to say to you. Kobe, baby, those eyebrows. You're a beautiful girl, but those eyebrows are so dark. I thought I was on Microsoft Word and I had to go to the front and put a bold size 14 metallic what is it metallic or whatever. Girl, you know how like you get that plastic clothes hanger and they go up. I'm like, girl, those eyebrows are pitch dark. I'm like, lower the tone a little bit, sweetheart. I said, I know that printer ran out of ink because them eyebrows are dark. Anyway, but you still look good though. You're still beautiful. And everybody on the show, they got some beautiful kids. I would definitely have to say that. Laugh like I have my eraser up to my girl, class is in session. I was like, I know I'm not the only one sitting there saying, girl, them eyebrows ain't it. Don't do that. Do you know any of the behind the cam? Who? Are you talking about for Bridget J? What are you talking about? Do you know any of the behind the cams? Are you, for Love and Marriage Huntsville or for Love and Marriage Detroit? I didn't cancel my membership. YouTube put it on hold. Okay, Michelle. Mildred, I'm from Jersey, but I live in Maryland. It's definitely not stylish to me. Stop. Okay. Oh, behind the cameras. Okay, but you're not saying which one, Bridge. Are you talking? You said, do I know people behind the cameras? Are you talking about for Love and Marriage Detroit or Love and Marriage Huntsville? But we're gonna keep it moving until you come. Oh, you saying for Detroit? I'm not gonna give out too much information just yet on it. Okay. Let's move right along. Okay, so Kobe and Christina, they go to Swag Gym. It's like a baby gym for people right now. And they was talking about motherhood. And you know what? I kind of felt a little bad for Christina because you know what? They're having these conversations that people don't really talk about. And it's nice to see that they're vocal on television. She basically said that she's missing something, that it's like she lost something out of her life. I don't know if it's because she's a mother and she's always working with the kids while she said Brandon, he go to work and come back late at night. So I don't know if she want to feel needed or just feel like she want to go do what she want to do, because you have a lot of wives, mothers that basically stop what they're doing just so the husband can go be all that he wants to be. And then they slowly forget about what the wife wanted to do. So I was kind of glad that she brought that up, and you seen her get a little emotional about that. And I can't wait to see more of that on the show. You know, Anthony has connections everywhere. She looked surprised. You talking about what's name eyebrows? Okay. What else we got over here? So anyway, Brandon is in the studio with his new artist. Is her name Nija? But Nija, he haven't told Christina that he signed a female to, I guess, his label or to Star Factory. And the wife called and said she haven't heard from him. And Brandon said that basically his wife ruined his vibe in the studio. Now, I have to look at that in two different ways. Now, you all know that I be in recording studios all the time. Shoot, I was actually in the studio this morning. No, I went at 12 o'clock. Now, as soon as I left, I had to go straight to work. And I have to go to the recording studio tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. So, Lord, please help me with this voice because I can't be on here that long. So, when the wife called and said that she haven't heard from him, and he was like, well, I'm working and stuff like that. First of all, let me say this, Brandon. I know how it is being in the recording studio. I have recorded 8 to 10 hours, sometimes longer than that. Just take a break and have to go back. There are times that you can take a break to call and check and see how your wife is doing, how your kids is doing. A text message only takes 3 seconds. Hey, how you doing? If you getting up to go to the bathroom, shit, to do number 2 or whatever, have your cell phone with you. I promise she's not gonna credit you in the bathroom. She just want to hear from her husband. And now to back up what Brandon is saying, he's basically saying that she ruined his vibe. I went through something actually this morning. Kaylin, she know what I'm talking about. I was in the studio. Well, it was before we went to the studio. I'm not gonna tell y'all exactly what happened, but something happened prior to me getting there, and I was pissed. And I mean, I was so mad. Even Kay was on the phone telling me, Anthony, calm down. It's hard to get your mind back right. And even if it's nothing to do with music, some of y'all understand where I'm coming from. Like, you get ready to go do something, somebody just ruin your entire vibe, your mood. And so it took everything in me just to go do what I had to do, get the job done, just so I can leave. I had to put everything to the side just so I can get my job done, get my work done. It's hard. So I understand where Brandon is coming from when he was saying, like, you ruining my vibe, you ruining my mood. Now I don't even want to do the session. Because now it's hard for me to go sing and do all this stuff, and I'm frustrated. My vocal cords not opening like I want them to. So I understand both sides. But when it's all said and done, Brandon, your wife and your kids come first. I don't care about the recording studio. You need to call and see how your wife is doing. It is what it is. If anything, have a calendar, get a schedule, set your alarm. Be like, hey, at this time, this alarm go off. Hey, take a break, take a 5-10 minute break, go get some water, give your vocal cord some rest, and let me call and check on my wife, see how y'all doing. That's all. You'll go a long way if you just meet her halfway, okay? Now, one thing I do like about this show and how I told you all that they're not trying to be portrayed as millionaires. Did y'all see Brandon phone? Y'all see that cracked screen? That's how I know. I said, yup, down to earth. Baby, you on national TV and your screen is cracked. I don't blame you. Show them that, look, I'm a regular person just like everybody else. My phone is cracked and it is what it is. Brandon has cheated on her. She doesn't trust him. Hold on. Let's not say Martell's too much. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So let's not put Martell in the situation yet. So, oh my God, be careful, Tweety Bird. That's super crazy. What happened? Sorry to throw off y'all, but does anyone live in Henry County, Tennessee? 2 dangerous inmates escaped and they're saying beware. I have no idea where that's at. Not about to drop 1,000 on a new phone. Right. Brandon said, look, I'm going to be who I am, and this screen going to be cracked, and I'm calling it a day. You're getting what you get. The camera can only use what you give, and I plan on giving them this cracked screen. Okay. The next thing, Anthony it went to the scene with Anthony. And one thing I loved about this scene with Anthony is that they showcased his son in the right way. So Anthony was basically at some gym and his son was working out, talking about what sports he played, this and that or whatever. That's how you do it. You put your son in a good place on this show. Yes, they probably young or whatever, but it is what it is. Only person that put their kids in a situation where they can benefit from was Melanie off of Love and Marriage Huntsville. She the only person on the Love and Marriage franchise that put her kids in a better place. When I saw that he had his kid working out, he was spending time with him, this and that, I said, there you go. Now that's how you do it. That's what I like, Anthony. But I know one thing, this man movement that he called himself doing, that better not be the reason why Marceau down there. Because if that's the reason Marceau down there, I'm going in on you, Mr. Anthony. I'm just letting you know. It's so weird calling my own name, Anthony. But yeah, I really enjoyed him spending time with his son. Maurice, you need to take some notes. Instead of Tiffany coming on there talking about how Monster was vaping, now you talking about boot camp and you all having these parent interventions, you honestly making your child look crazy. And it's not only making him look crazy, it's making you look crazy as a parent. So you might want to be very careful how you put your kids out there to be on the show, because eventually that your child is going to look back at this episode and be like, why would my dad do that to me? So I'm clapping to you, Mr. Anthony and Dr. LaToya Thompson. Good job. And honestly, the other cast members, they talk briefly about their kids, but they all have some beautiful kids. So let's continue. So after that, they talked about what they need to do with the wine when Dr. Thompson came in, LaToya. So Anthony said he needs to go to Atlanta. And you can see the expression on Dr. LaToya Thompson's face. She's like, So Anthony explains the situation about he basically went to Atlanta, where I think Dr. LaToya, she explained that situation. He was during COVID, where I don't think she had a problem with him going, but the problem that she had is that he didn't ask. And like you didn't talk it over with your significant other, with your family, to make sure it was okay and that she was comfortable with doing that, especially during COVID. But one thing I do like about Dr. LaToya, she said, baby, get your home. You get home or we finna get a divorce. He went home. And I mean, one thing I can say right now is that they're fighting for their marriage. Like, they're making it work. And hopefully, like I said, y'all, I'm hoping that this is a little different from Love and Marriage Huntsville, because Love and Marriage Detroit was really good, okay? What else happened? Also, I understand what Anthony said, that there was a huge opportunity that he could not let go. And it was dealing with Disney. I'm going to be honest with y'all. He would have been a fool if he was to deny that deal working with Disney. Especially with Marvel. But you were still wrong, okay? Because the way Dr. LaToya carried herself on this show, I really think she would have understood you taking on that opportunity. But you could have at least just said something to her instead of just leaving like that. Anyway, Dr. Anthony made a comment basically saying, well, that's how they used to do back in the day. When I say Dr. LaToya shut that down, she said, look, that was back in the day. We're talking about now. And she basically sit there and said, it's just amazing how when some men talk, they think just because they say something that the wife's supposed to go along with that. And she was like, nah, it's not like that anymore. You might be back in the day, but now I'm bringing you to the present time, to the current time right now. So after that, it went to Brandon does something special for his wife, Christina. I like how he had the group, is it the Al Best or something like that? They were showcasing other people. Like, I'm loving it. Like, they're giving everyone their time to shine. So, and the guy, they sounded really good on the acoustic guitar. So that was good. hand claps go out to the cast of Love and Marriage in Detroit again for promoting other people. I'm really enjoying this show. There you go, sounding like Martell. What you talking about, sounding like Martell? What are you talking about? There you go, sounding like Martell. Please, tell me what you're talking about. So, for real though, Kaylin, what you say? I think the majority of them are who? Oh, are you talking about from what I was saying? Gas. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna wait for you to type that in just to okay. So the next thing, basically, they did something special for Christina, and they was out in like a little, I don't know, like some type of garden, some type of field, but it was nice. And oh my gosh, y'all. This scene was actually quite funny, not you, when he said that. Oh, yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I said, hold on, let me not jump to conclusions. Because I had to think about it. I'm like, oh, she's talking about that right there. I know what she's talking about now. Girl, you better be direct with that. Because I was close to block. I'm just not blocked. I'm just playing, girl. But anyway, it went left real fast. Oh my God, that field, it did go left. And I'm like, ooh. So, basically, let me find y'all where I'm at. I'm trying to find where I'm at on my thing up here. Where am I at? I'm getting lost. Russell said that he would never thought that Kobe agreed. Okay. I think I'm finished. Okay. So Brandon did something special for his wife, Christina. I like how they showcase other people. Now, Russell, he said that he would never have thought of doing something like that. And Kobe agreed, okay? And then Russell said that he isn't romantic. So, Russell, okay, I'm gonna have to help you out because what I don't want you to do, I don't want you to get on here sounding like you from Bessemer, okay? You cannot be sounding like you about to bebop. Romantic, okay? Not romantic. Romantic is not a word. You said ROMANIC, romantic. You need to put the T in there, okay? I'm like, if this man say romantic one more time, that's why I told y'all sometimes Russell, he can come off like Patrick off SpongeBob sometimes. I'm like, hold up now. You remember the episode when SpongeBob and Patrick, when SpongeBob had bad breath and Patrick didn't have a nose to sit up there and smell it, and Patrick told him that, maybe you're just ugly. He was like, look at it, look at it, look at it. Or the episode when they went to Mrs. Puff and Mrs. Puff asked Patrick, like, asked him a question. Patrick was like, 24. Then SpongeBob came and said, hey, Patrick, I got something funny at 24. And he said, what? 25. 25. Oh, gosh, y'all. I would never forget that episode. 25. Okay, now let's get back to this last scene. Okay, so Christina called Anthony a man chauvinist. And Anthony had to explain his man movement, right? And he said his man movement basically helped men how to build their families, etc. One thing I really want, and you all tell me if I'm wrong, okay? I always hear how men always want to teach other men how to be the head of the household, how to be a provider, to take care of their families and doing this and that. But one thing I never hear is how to build with your wife, how to include your wife in decisions when it comes to bettering the family. I mean, if I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong, but I honestly don't think I'm wrong. I never heard men have those type of classes to sit up here and say, how can I include my wife on certain things? How can me and my wife come together? And I think the issue is that men always feel that they have to do it alone. When 9 times out of 10, your wife is there to help you come together. It'll be extremely easy if you would just do that. Stop putting all the pressure on yourself so when things go wrong, You don't have to be embarrassed, but you have your significant other coming with you and you're including that person in everything, you're doing it together. Just food for thought. It is what it is. Now, Christina say, Anthony talks a lot. He like to hear himself. Anthony said, before y'all got married, Brandon was next up. That's why you see them pushing him because he's talented and gifted. And he basically talked about Christina like letting loose a little bit. And they talk about networking in the clubs. And I'm going to be real honest with y'all. When it comes to doing music and stuff, you do have to network in the clubs. You have to network with the DJs, the club owners, shoot, the bartenders. I mean, it's a connection to everything these days. The DJs, the ones that's playing the record while everybody jumping to you, want to try to get on the radio station. When you go to some of these hottest events, hey, Deidre, I see you in here, love. I got your name right, Deidre. Yeah, that's the music industry for you. And you know what's so funny, y'all? My lips are so dry right now. And I don't got my lip choppers in my car, and I don't feel like walking out there to get it. So I literally just met an executive producer right before I got here. When I tell y'all this day has been crazy. Never in a million years would I think that YouTube of me doing all of this would have people know who I am. The person I just met told me, and they told me who they were, and they said, we was talking about you last week. Him and one of the biggest companies, BMI. If you all don't know who BMI is the company where everyone get their royalties. It's in Nashville. Music, no matter where you live or where you're at, you have to go through Nashville. Just for them to sit there and say that they was talking about my name last week. I mean, that was enough by itself. So anyway, but that's, like I told you, that's the music industry. Those connections, you have to make those connections. And with all due respect, Christina, you knew what you was getting yourself into when you got with him. And also Brandon, he can sing too, and I actually liked it too. I heard that little thing. And also Naja, she giving me money loan type of vibes too. She's pretty. Now, Christina, she brought up what did she bring up? Yo, we was talking about we're networking in the clubs. Anthony said Christina is holding Brandon back. And Christina said the history. Anthony was looking like, the history? What history? Baby, did y'all pay attention when she said the history? Did y'all look at Dr. LaToya? Did you see her facial expression and her eyes and her whole entire head went over to the left like, oh gosh. It seemed like Anthony didn't know what was going on, but it seemed like Dr. LaToya knew something. Dr. LaToya was like, hold on now. Sidebar, Anthony, you should help out Dr. Francis. His channel is struggling and it's good content. You know what's funny? I'm glad you said that because Dr. Francis just reached out to me. Michael and Dr. Francis, I did get the email. Please give me some time, y'all. It's a lot of stuff going on my side. I did not forget about you. I know we're talking about a collaboration, and I will get to you all as soon as I can. And once again, I'm going to help Dr. Francis, y'all. Drink something water, baby, to keep your mouth hydrated. Right. Did you see all of them faces? Exactly, y'all. I need to drink something. But like I said, Dr. LaToya, her facial expression gave the most. Dr. LaToya, you know something. But we'll get back to you later on in the season, okay? Now, where was I at? Okay, so Christina brought up artists in business. Soon as Kobe tried to ask a question, baby, Russell shut that down. He said, come back over here. He said, get out their business. We ain't going there. Russell was trying his best to stop Kobe. Kobe said, I want to know the tea. What's going on? What you mean with artists? Russell said he wasn't going for it. Russell like, nah, bring that boomerang eyebrow back on over here. He said, don't you go over there. Come back. He said, more to come back. Get over here. Nah, you ain't gonna sit up there and get us all involved in their business, and they got to talk to us about it. And then Kobe went on and she basically exposed her husband. So Oh my God. So Kobe brought up Brandon signing a new artist. Anthony said, you know? Well, obviously she knows, she brought it up. Boy, when she said that, the look on Russell's face was like, oh shit. Yes, she gave you away, Russell. She gave you away. You should have just kept your head down. Then it comes out that Christina said that Brandon had an emotional connection to an artist, okay? Oh, now an emotional connection can mean a lot. I don't want to sit up here and say it's cheating now. Well, emotional connection is basically cheating too because you got some type of attachment to the person. So obviously, whoever that artist is or whoever that was signed to them, they were spending time with each other a lot. So obviously, there have had to be some conversations that Christina wasn't privy to. Okay, now for her to sit up here and say that was close like that, Christina, you have to look at yourself and say, what was you doing? Did you say anything? Because Christina, you seem like you might have a little mouth on you, and you might begin. He probably might be frustrated and irritated because he's tired of you, Christina. Like, just saying. Now, she started crying at the picnic table. I mean, at the little field or whatever. I'm like, oh gosh, like it got to the point that Brandon got up and walked away. But you know, one thing about that, Christina, what you should have done is to play it off. You should have said, "Oh, really? You got a new artist? Okay, we'll talk about that when we get home." I'm sorry, I'm not going to give nobody the satisfaction to sit up here and talk about something about my husband or whatever we got going on to put it in front of everybody. In my opinion, sometimes it can be worse than physical. You right about that. It can be sometimes worse than physical. You right. If the spouse feel is cheating, that is what it. What you right. Christina do got a hot mouth. Not crying at the picnic table. Well, that was the picnic floor. That was on the field. But y'all, that was pretty much that episode. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the link down here so you all can come up and talk about it, and we will go from there. Take a 1 minute break.
Can we go back to that place where we used to be? I wanna lay down, cuddle up and watch TV. I wanna feel like you're listening to me. Can we go back, go back?
Okay, how are you?
Hey, babes, how are you?
I'm good.
So listen, I
Mm-hmm.
did after you made me watch it. I said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and watch it. I do like it. I love it actually. Love and Marriage Detroit. But I have a nemesis on every cast. She getting on my nerves. I don't even go with her.
Oh, Christina.
Yes, I ain't even married to her. Then she say, "What? He's a man chauvinist. It's a male chauvinist. When you gonna throw shade, baby, you got to know how to throw it and what you throwing."
You right.
Then she say, she got on that man nerve at the studio. That's one thing I don't do. If he making money, all I gotta do is call you and you say, babe, anything about coin. Okay, I love you. I talk to you later. When you get home, your food will be ready. Go warm it up. It's in the microwave. Hey, I'm gonna take a nap. So by the time he get home, I'm bright eyed and bushy tailed. Tell me about your damn day. But I'm not supposed to get on his nerves while I'm not interrupting no coin. That's petty. She's very childish to me already.
You're right.
And then old girl, now her husband took the time to take her to this nice picnic in the lavender field and all that, and that was beautiful. I think he did a good job with that. But I feel like old girl, like she was telling her husband, take notes, take notes. I feel like she had to throw a monkey wrench in that program because it was just too much of a happy moment for the other girl. I do feel like she was on some hating type stuff because you already knew. She said, and then first she said, I didn't know he didn't his wife didn't want him to work with other artists. Why would you bring it up that he even have a new artist? Why would you ask him that? Don't you have a new artist? You already know he do. Why would you bring it up right now in this their anniversary dinner? I don't like how she did that, and I'm glad her husband reined her in because most men don't say nothing. They sit there and let their wives flap their mouth like Marceau.
Let me tell y'all, this is so weird because every time I see somebody put Anthony down there, I'm thinking they coming for me, and this guy on the show name is Anthony.
They
I'm,
not coming for you. If they was
I know,
coming for you, baby, you wouldn't see it because I'd have
I'm
deleted
not
them.
used to saying my own name like that. I'm like, Anthony might turn into another month. I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm like, oh, Anthony on the cast, Love Marriage Detroit.
But you know, Kayleen would have had them already
Yeah.
deleted.
You know I'd have deleted them. I'd have been deleted them. Then they'd be timed out and they wouldn't be able to comment on nothing for years to come, baby.
Okay.
Well, Billy, how are you, love?
I'm
Hey,
good. How
Billy.
y'all doing?
Good. Go ahead. The floor is all yours.
I love this show. I love it. I thought the first episode was amazing. I really did. I liked all the couples, but I kind of got a problem with old girl though. The one that brought up about him having an artist. Like, I'm like, girl,
Yeah,
like, mind your business. Like, and then not only did you bring it out to have them arguing on their special day, but you added your husband, like, you done let him
Yes.
know that y'all pillow talking.
You never supposed to repeat the
You
pillow
never
talk.
supposed to repeat it, especially if he pillow talking. You
Yes.
ain't supposed to be doing that now. You got him in trouble with his boy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, come on now. And then I love they little kids though. Them kids is cute. Is all I do is
Mhm.
all
Right.
the kids was so cute. And I love the moment that Anthony had with his little boy. I thought that was really good. I said Marceau could take some lessons from him. Maurice. Because Maurice, you only talk about Monster when you chastising him, when you fussing at him. But when you say you get up with him at 5 o'clock in the morning to train or whatever, why y'all don't show that?
Yeah.
If that's the time you spend with him, why not show that? You only show when you fussing at him and when he look like he wanna do something to himself. You know, he just looks so sad. But he perked up when his mama got there. I just wish he would take a little page out of Anthony's book as far as how he is with his son. They highlighted him in a very good light.
Yep.
So I really, really like that. But I like the doctor though.
Right.
I like her. She one of them ones like, I'm gonna tell you what it is. It is what it is. You either gonna do something about it or we out. Like,
Yeah.
ain't no in between, ain't no gray areas with her, and I like that about her.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I love the show. I think it's gonna be bomb. I'm looking forward to it.
Right. Like I say, I give a person their props when they do. Carlos, you did a good job so far.
But I
Right
think
now.
it's because it's his city too. He did mention that
Uh-huh.
on one of his interviews. He said, that he was really proud of this show because he really put a little bit more effort into it than he did the other shows, and because it is his hometown. But
Yep.
I think that's that made me look at him side. I already don't like him, but when I side-eyed him when he said that, because I'm thinking, why would you not put your all in all of the shows you got your name on? Why would you just do it because it's your hometown? Like,
You're right. Let me go to
Okay, Anthony.
huh?
I need to say one more thing. I keep seeing the comment that she acts that way because how he's done her in the past. I'm gonna just say it like this, and it's gonna be real simple. And this is what I believe in. Either you gonna leave or live with it.
I agree.
Don't keep throwing it up. You did. You okay, homegirl. You accepted it. You got over it. Now you either gonna leave or live with it. Cause
But
don't nobody want to hear that over and over.
But she also said that the reason why she was so upset about the incident with the girl is because she had helped the girl too.
Yep.
She had helped the girl. She had a relationship with the girl, like they were cool. So when she found out that they were like having this conversation, this emotional connection outside of her, is why she was so offended by it.
Yeah, I understand all that.
But still,
But I'm sure
if you could handle it, let it go.
Yeah, I'm sure they've discussed it before. I'm sure she's aired her grievances.
Yep.
Don't keep.
I just want to know, how did she find out?
Oh, that ain't hard. Men stupid.
Probably that phone.
Men
they
is
phone
stupid.
get them in trouble. That phone.
Yes, they think they can delete the phone, but don't have to delete the Apple Watch. You got to delete the messages in the watch, babe.
Yep. And I bet you he didn't do that. She got it. We natural investigators.
Let's go ahead and go to Lady D. How are you, love?
I'm good. How are you, Anthony?
I'm good.
Good. Hi, channel.
Hi.
Hi. I did watch the show. I enjoyed it. I actually like it better, way better than DC. It's interesting. It's not as boring. I do like most of the couples. I think the doctor's cool, and that one girl, she do have a little mouth on her. I forgot her name already. I don't do good with names either, Anthony. But I think she do have a little mouth on her. I agree with you with that one. Because she do have a little mouth on her. But all the other couples, I think Brandon might be on a DL just a little bit, but that's just me.
I got
I
that
think.
vibe.
I
I got
don't
that
know.
vibe.
Really?
Anybody else get that vibe?
Mm-hmm. I did.
Okay.
We
What
gonna
kind
say
of
I
vibe
think
I
that
missed?
might be
Good evening, everybody.
Hey,
it.
Marita,
Hey,
how are you?
Auntie Marita.
Hi, Maritha.
So
Hey.
before I get to Marita, let me go ahead and go to Charlie. How are you, love?
Hey, Anthony, I'm doing fine. Um,
Hey,
Brandon
babe.
and Christina. Hey, panel. Sorry, but Brandon and Christina, whatever her name is, they remind me of Melody and Martell season 1,
Yes.
Yeah, I
and
can agree with that.
I'm seeing that if they don't get off the show or something, their marriage is gonna end.
Mm.
And Anthony on the show, he married me a Marcel. His wife married me a Tisha.
Okay, elaborate on that on the wife remind you of Tisha. Because to be honest, it's weird because Dr. Latoya, she's standing up to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yep.
put her foot down.
She don't have to be out of pocket to do it either. That's what I like about her.
But when she around the other couples, she don't say nothing. He be like what he said, he don't got to ask permission to go out of town. She just looking at him.
Well, here it is.
It's a
What
respect
what
thing.
how much is she supposed to say to her man in front of other people? I will get you when I get home, but I'm not gonna emasculate you in public. You're still my
Exactly.
man.
Yep.
But at the same time, I look at it like maybe they already had those conversations. I just feel that she's securing her marriage.
Yeah,
Like
she lets him talk.
what he the same thing that he do, the same thing she do too. I don't gotta ask you.
And they've been married the longest too. Remember that.
Mhm.
Y'all know when y'all said Brandon act like he DL. I see
Mm-hmm.
Anthony.
Hmm.
I think Anthony DL, not Brandon.
That's what the whole of them is.
Marisa done made Auntie done made
Marika.
everybody
Marissa said all of
drinking with
you.
extra sweet tea.
Y'all didn't get off my Boo Russell, cause he don't give that. God know what he was doing when he made him.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God. Let me go to Maritha right quick. Go, Veronica. Hold on, Veronica. I see you in the background, but it won't let me bring you up. When you try to go down and come up again, but enable your device for the video camera, and then just turn it back off, and I can let you up. Okay. All right, go ahead, Maritha.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I don't know. I got to learn these names and the couples, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the lady that husband that was in the studio,
Okay, Christina.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, hey. You know, whatever he did in the past, sweetheart, either you're gonna get over it, you're gonna get out of the situation, or
Yes.
it's not like you're gonna deal with it. You're gonna have to grow from that. This is what this man do. This is what paying y'all bills and giving
Yep.
you where you could stay at home and be an at-home mom and stuff like that. So this what goes along with the job. Now, if there's a problem, y'all need to sit down and talk about that. Now, this man made me feel like when she was calling him, it was I felt sad for her, but then again, I had to kind of understand where he was coming from. I'm at the studio working. How many times have you called me? I seen the call. So it's something happened before. You know, it's something happened before he got to the studio, something we're going to probably get somewhere down the line. Okay, he cheated, whatever. So now you're going to have to either deal with it, either you're going to have to piss or get out the pot. That part. And I think it was the doctor. I don't know. She got people in the South say she got a, she thinks, I don't know, to me, she comes off as a little uppity. It's like she talked down, seems like she talked down to her husband and she do it in front of people. That's the impression that I'm getting from her. But you know what I really like about Detroit? There's no pretense. They're not pretending. And I don't look at the wigs. I look at, all of them are young. They got something going. They do have something going on, and it's like they're not trying to outshine each other. They're not trying to. Well, I'm a millionaire. I got this and I got that, and I could do this and I could do that. They're not doing that. I'm not trying to. I'm not gonna say, look at Huntsville, and then look at. I don't even watch DC. I didn't even know that was still on. But I watched it, and I really enjoy it. I like the first episode, so I'm gonna continue to watch it just to see when they're gonna start going left, because I can kind of see it a little bit now. Them, with the marriage and I want to sit down. I want to have a conversation with an adult, honey. There's balance. There's balance. When you're a mom and a wife. I can't speak on that wife part, but when you're a mom, you have to balance things out, and you have to take time for yourself. You have to say me sometimes instead of sitting down talking baby talking, then you wait for your husband to come home. You got to make something go on for yourself. He can't make you happy. The children can't make you happy. You got to find your happy place yourself. So it's interesting, and I'm going to continue to watch until I can't watch it anymore.
Gotcha. Well, y'all, that's pretty much all I have. I enjoyed this episode. I thought Carson was coming on because she actually said that she know some of the people.
Oh, and can I say something about that hand clap, Anthony?
Go ahead.
To me, that is so disrespectful when I see somebody clapping their hands like that to a man. To me, that is so disrespectful. And just like somebody in the comments said, when you start clapping your hands, I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever it's going to be.
Auntie, you ain't even got 2 rounds of applauses to give with me. You got 1 clap. That is go time.
I'm saying to me that is so disrespectful.
God ain't done with me yet. I'm not mature enough to be clapped at, baby.
Well, I'm
mature enough to be clapped at. I just don't want to be clapped at. Because when you doing that, you telling me I ain't about shit and you ready for whatever. So if you telling me I ain't shit and you ready for whatever, then you finna get the whatever from me. I'm from the south side of heaven. You ain't gonna do me like that.
That gangster that came out. I'm from the south side.
I'm more of a Tammy Roman, Don't raise your hand up. Don't raise your hand up.
Right.
Yeah. You can talk all you want, but don't raise your hand up.
That part.
Because you're going to get much right in your forehead.
Because then I'm a feel threatened.
Yep.
All right.
But it was interesting. It was good. We'll just have to see with this next episode, and then we'll have more to talk about because you're getting kind of silent on us now. I don't see nobody peeping around the corner.
No, I'm actually at work. I was on the phone with Carson, and Carson was actually going to come up because she's from Detroit and she know a few of the cast members. So she was going to give us a little bit more background on who the cast members really are and what they really do. And she told me, she said, no, that's what they do in their real life. She said nothing is scripted right now. So she said, as of now, everything is what they really do.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. That's nice to know. Yeah, that's really nice. It's refreshing for right now. It's a breath of fresh air. It ain't no squeaking going on, and ain't nobody trying to mess up nobody's marriage. Ain't nobody digging
man was over there in the people's house tonight. I don't know.
Not the marriage.
Ain't nobody digging no rock pit, and these people got legitimate jobs. But when about a boys trip, especially a boys trip to Atlanta, to Atlanta, that's kind of suspect to me. I ain't the
Let that
one to
man go.
gossip or nothing like that. I'm just saying.
He can go. I would let him go on
I'm
his boys
just
trip to
saying.
Atlanta because I'm getting ready to go to Vegas with my girls as soon as you come back from Atlanta.
That's
I would let him go
different,
with a
Kate.
smile.
That,
That ain't the
that's
reason you
different.
can't go to Atlanta.
He can go to Atlanta,
Huh?
and I'm gonna help
That
him
ain't.
pack.
So,
No, I'm not. If
I
I
don't
gotta hold
know.
you, that tight to keep you, then I need to let you be free, baby.
Look at Anthony's face.
Yeah,
Anthony,
and
stop
you know
looking
what?
like
You
that.
cannot
Everybody
be
don't go to Atlanta
secure
and have their back out like Marceau.
Oh,
or be wearing them pants like Prince did with
Them
the,
hoochie
you
daddies.
know, yeah, like Prince. So, yeah, Detroit, it was
all right,
okay.
y'all.
It was good.
Carson finna come up. Hey, Carson, how are you?
Hey,
Hey, babes.
hey, everybody, what's going on?
Girl, nothing much talking about Love Marriage Detroit, how we all enjoyed the first episode, and
Uh,
it's good. What did you think about it?
um, like I said, I really enjoyed it. They did better than I actually thought. I didn't really know, if I be honest, how Detroit was going to be portrayed or how it was going to work even, but they are showing a much better side of Detroit, and I'm actually proud of them. They looked really good. I feel like they came in stepping, they were dressed, they looked very polished. I like the storylines. I feel like they are relatable. I feel like it's not I feel like it's not like a forced storyline or a fake storyline. I feel like it's real relationship, real marriage problems. I feel like it was a good amount of drama, but not too messy of a drama, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
What you think?
I really enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, I just feel like it's people that I can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, especially I guess like I said, I love Dr. Latoya. I love how she stand up to her husband. And girl, what is my client doing up there?
Something. Something. She always do something when you on the live. She got to do something.
Girl!
Who's your favorite couple so far? I know it's kind of hard to pick, but because they ain't done nothing yet. But if
My,
y'all would have to say, like, who y'all looking forward to seeing a little more of, who would y'all say is y'all favorite couple so far?
Even though she got that started at the little thing, I do like her and her husband.
Who?
What's her name that had a whole leg over there in the
Kobe.
people's house?
Kobe.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Yes.
She said that
Yes.
she was wrong for that, but I like her. I'm gonna see what she smoke when she got the offer. The only cast member that I absolutely
Look,
do
y'all,
not
my
like.
husband right here, and he talking about he agree with you because I said yesterday on my YouTube that I didn't think that Kobe was wrong, and the only reason why
On that anniversary though,
y'all,
you could have pulled your homegirl to the side and told her that. Don't tell me that right now while I'm going my anniversary dinner
not
and on national television, girl. You could have told me this last night when we had our bonnets on. You ain't have to tell me
okay,
this right now.
okay. Now this is my only thing though, y'all. Brandon, who Christina's husband, he really does develop artists. He really is known for that. So my thing is, and I'm just being real, how am I to know? Because remember, she clearly said Russell never told her it was a secret or a problem. How am I to know that you signing on a new artist is not a good thing?
But yet, and still, what she did is she went back and said something, and she repeated it at the wrong time, and she wasn't even supposed to repeat pillow talk. You don't talk about that. Whatever your man feeling confidence, he feel like he's friends enough or can trust you enough to tell you something.
But did it? But to y'all, so basically, because so what I'm getting out of it is, in your opinion, you felt like Russell was. It came off as pillow talk because like sometimes because I'm gonna be real. Every marriage, every husband and wife pillow talks, right? But when
Yeah,
I
they
was watching that conversation, I didn't get it as Russell telling her in a way where it was pillow talk.
but
I
she
thought
did.
Russell.
she
She
knew it was.
said, no, but she said in the confessional that she didn't know that it was
That's
something
what I'm
that
saying.
She knew it was something that wasn't supposed to be repeated because she sat there and said,
I mean
"Don't you got a new artist? You
I
already know
mean
he got a new artist, so why would you ask him? Don't you got a new artist?" She was, come on,
Okay,
brother.
you caught that. I didn't catch that.
Oh,
You
yeah,
caught
I
okay.
caught
that.
that. Don't you got a new artist? You ain't got a new artist. You developing right now. Your husband already told you he did. So why would you feel the need to ask him that
But I'm gonna say
wife.
this though, you also have to watch how they edit the clip because
True.
Man, please.
they know because you know how they do. They do it on Love and Marriage Huntsville all the time. You can have a conversation about something, and they would just cut that part where you're saying, "Don't it look like don't you have a new
I
artist?"
see what you saying, Anthony. You said
So
they probably cut the clip where she probably didn't even
No,
ask him that
no,
at that
no.
moment like
no,
that.
but it
That
could,
is very
but
that's very true. That what
But let's
Anthony is
just say
saying.
this. What if Anthony was having a conversation about something dealing with Live Nation or whatever and the artists or whatever, and Brandon kind of just
Boom.
said something, but then if whatever Brandon was saying about Anthony dealing with a recording artist or whatever it is,
Yeah.
to be like, okay, with that being said, don't you have a new artist or whatever? You
Yeah. Like
make
I felt
sure
like she was
cut that.
trying to
No,
congratulate
Anthony,
it. I
you
didn't
can
feel
fix
like
it
she
up
was
for him,
intentionally
but
being
no.
messy.
No, but he also told her. He also told his wife that he hadn't told his wife yet.
There
He
you go.
said that. He said
He told
he
his
said,
wife.
but he hasn't told about. He said he hasn't told his wife yet.
Oh, so
He said
Russell
that
no,
to, he
she
said
said
that to
Russell never
Russell.
told him that.
No, I'm saying when her husband told her, he told her that yes, he has a new artist, but he hasn't told his wife yet. He
Y'all go
told
back
his
and
wife
look
Oh,
that
at it.
she didn't know
okay.
yet.
Oh, I got to go watch
Yeah,
that.
I have
Listen,
to go
Yeah,
y'all.
back.
y'all go look at that again. Y'all
I
study the
watched it
film.
twice. Look, I watched it
My
twice.
James, my husband trying to tell y'all
Well, I'm
something
gonna go
too.
back and look at it because I don't have a favorite couple yet. And everybody just got to prove themselves to me because this was just the first season, and you put on a good, for it to be the first show. I don't think they overdid anything, but I don't know. I'm not gonna straddle the fence. I'm just gonna sit on the fence,
You
and
on the
I
fence.
just want to, yeah, I just want to see. I want to see good. I know it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be some drama in there, but I don't want to see nobody go below the belt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
Yeah,
y'all.
I don't
I
want to
want to
see
see more of
through
the
that.
doctor.
Hold on, y'all. Let Carson Hudson talk. Go ahead.
I just want to say one thing to that situation with Kobe opening them up. That's my girl. She was a sweetheart. We ain't saying nothing bad about her, but she was wrong. She
Thank
at
you.
an anniversary dinner. Ain't nobody else brought this up. Him
Yep.
or
Mm-hmm.
his wife. You knew what you was doing by bringing this up at that
Yep.
situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I ain't know if we at his anniversary and he ain't brought it up, his wife ain't brought it up. Why is you bringing it up? You knew
Exactly.
what you was doing. And
No,
Yeah, she
I
knew
don't
because her
know.
husband told her when he told her. He said he
No.
hasn't told his wife yet.
Even he
Well,
know. Carson,
yes, ma'am.
listen to your husband. Follow the
No,
head of the
no, no.
household.
I'm going listen. Sometimes I agree to disagree with my husband because I don't believe Kobe did that intentionally, and I could be being biased because I know her maybe, but she's not that. Like I just don't see her intentionally doing that, and I feel like when she said it, it gave that to me it was like a kind of more of a congratulations. Like, don't you have a new
Mm-hmm.
artist that you just brought on?
No.
You know what, Carson? Your husband, grandmama used to watch the stories because he could catch some shade.
Yep.
But didn't he say his wife didn't know that yet? So
He
Yeah,
did.
why would
he
she
said
even
that. I
bring?
didn't see him tell her that. I
Yeah,
ain't
he
about to lie.
did. Go
But
back
why
and watch.
would this girl is so sensitive to the sensitive. She real sensitive right now because the man is staying in the studio all time of night. He's
Mm-hmm.
not picking up the phone, and
Yep.
that kind of stuff. And it's just this is her anniversary. So why would you want to bring her to a place to where she would say, "Oh, y'all just get out right now," because I ain't in the mood to party no more. Cause that's what I would have told everybody. Get out. I would start slanging stuff and everything because
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know I don't know what's going on with my husband. And now you come telling me about, oh, don't you have a new artist? What the hell? Oh, for real? Oh, it's going to be on. So she
Well,
was wrong. I'm thinking in
yeah.
my opinion, she was
Well,
wrong.
that's
She
the
was
reason
wrong
why I
for that.
think she wrong because he told her, her husband told her that he hadn't told his wife yet. So if you know he ain't told the wife yet, why would you bring that up?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So she was being messy. And from that part, you know how people try to start, it, I don't know for a storyline or what, but it's like to me, she's trying to start something.
Because
Almost
her
like
husband told
Celine.
her, her husband told her to try to shut it down, and she kept talking,
Did
kept
Yeah.
he?
asking questions.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
girl, you already see you don't ruin something. Just be quiet.
He should have sent her to the car.
Yeah,
But
She's just
I
not
want to
going to
know
be
more. I want to
invited
know
to
more
the
about
event.
the doctor. I want to know more about Latoya. I like her.
okay,
Yeah, I want to
yeah.
learn more
She
about
too
her, and
uppity for me. She
because she was
seems
a
too
little
uppity.
quiet. She was a little quiet.
She gave off uppity to you. So that the funny thing is I don't know them, that couple. That's the only couple on the show that I don't know. But I would say that I still liked what their storyline was bringing and what they were giving, like how they were saying he was in Atlanta working, basically pursuing his dreams, and she let it be known if you don't come home that this marriage is gonna pretty much be over.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's deep, because even when she broke it down, just saying like what was going on, that was even a relatable situation. A lot of
Yep.
people, it might not have affected, but we were there in Detroit when that did happen. COVID shut our city down completely. Like we were not allowed to move. The only people who were allowed to leave the house were the first liners, and that's
That
what
was
she
all over
did.
the world, baby. That was everywhere, not just in
Oh,
Detroit.
no, because when I was coming down to Huntsville, they weren't shut down like Detroit was. They had limited, like, say, for instance, everything in Detroit. Our Home Depot, we were working on houses down there in Detroit. Our contractors couldn't even work because the Home Depots were shut down. But down here in Alabama, it was still open. So it was interesting to me that they weren't as shut down as we were. It was
Well, you know
crazy.
what? You're right because Martell was at the gym, so you're right.
Oh, okay.
James.
And we couldn't even step foot in a gym in Detroit. So yeah.
Yeah.
No,
We
he
remember
wasn't
he
in the
left and went to the
gym. I
gym
think
during
that went
COVID.
past
Y'all, one
the
at a time,
gym
because everybody
part.
talk over each other. One at a time, please. Go ahead, Maritha.
No, no, I'm saying, I think, but when she said Martell was in the gym, that kind of flew over Carson. No, he wasn't in the gym. He was just jamming. Yeah,
Well, that's what
Florida.
I
We weren't
meant.
shut down all the way in Florida either, because I worked a little bit through the pandemic because I was
Mm-hmm.
not a essential worker, but I worked at public, so people had to
Mm-hmm.
eat.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
we semi closed down, but after I stopped because the man told me he'll cough in my face, and I said, yeah, and I slept all the white off of you if you tried. And so I said, yeah, it's time for me to, because my mom, she had a compromised immune system and stuff like that. So I had to stop. Especially when the man said he'll spit in my face, then I said, okay, it's time to
Yes.
stop.
Miss Tina
Well,
in the comments said Michigan was on lockdown down. She's absolutely right. We was a different type of lockdown, but it was serious. So yeah.
well, all right, y'all. I really enjoyed this. You all make sure y'all follow Carson Page. I got to highlight it on the
Please do.
right
Thank you,
now.
Karen.
Follow her YouTube channel. And Carson, I enjoy you and your husband on here. What's your husband name? Can we only say Carson, her husband?
Right, James. I call him Boopy, but his
Yeah,
name is
James.
James. Uh-huh.
So y'all make sure y'all follow Carson Blue and her husband James.
That's
Cause we
cousin
always hear
James.
his voice. But yeah. Um
All right. Well, it was nice. Thank you for having me, Anthony.
thanks for
It's
coming up.
always a pleasure, and I'll come anytime.
Right.
All right, y'all. Bye
All
Good
right.
bye.
night, babe.
Good
Anybody
night.
have any final words before we end the live?
No, I done said all I need to say. I done said a bunch tonight. I'm good.
I
I'm
just want to
good.
say I
Woo,
love you all, and
child.
I love you all. Y'all have a good night. I'll be praying for y'all.
Love
Thanks,
you too,
Sheila.
Billy.
All right. Bye bye.
Good night, babe.
Bye.
Bye, Auntie. Anthony.
Bye.
All
Hey,
right.
babe. Oh, let me ask you this question before you kick me out.
Go ahead.
Pretty eyes. Him gone?
He going back to California.
Yeah, he left.
Oh, okay.
Anthony, let me
All
tell you
right, well,
now.
All right, Auntie.
Um,
We'll talk to you later.
all right, good night, Kaylin.
Good night, Auntie. Anthony, let me go on and tell you now. Because you know how you do when we get off the live. Don't look at me like that. The first thing you do is call this phone. I'm having some grown up time right now. Now, I love you. And I'm.
You gonna talk.
Oh, shit. You got 10 minutes. You better have Rob. Bye.
Bye, girl. All right. Thank you all for coming on. Like I said, make sure you all follow my backup channel at Anthony Lofties #2. I'm going to put this in the description. So you all have a good night. And remember, I will not be going live tomorrow, but I will be going live on Wednesday for the Maurice and Carlos interview. So you all have a good night, and I look forward to seeing you then. Also, Love and Marriage Hunt. Also, Love and Marriage Detroit. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit me up in my DM. See you all later. Good night.